Hi, it's Frankie Burrows here at the ChampionSoccerAcademy.com, where we provide professional coaching to young football mad players to boost their confidence, accelerate their skills and improve their attitude so they can be successful and happy on and off the pitch. So I'm going to be talking in this video today about a problem that's probably in the top 3 complaints that we have from players and parents, certainly that I've had in my 20-year coaching career, and it's nobody's passing to me. I'm not getting on the ball, and you know, players, obviously young boys, love the game. They look forward to it. They watch their heroes playing, and you know, they want to get out there and get on the ball. They want to get out there and control it, pass it, dribble, shoot, make things happen. But if they're not getting on the ball, you know, very often they're going to get frustrated. And it can get frustrating for you as parents to watch them struggle and to be unhappy when they're playing. So this is a big challenge, a big problem. But thankfully we've got some clear solutions, you know, some things that are really going to work for you if you apply them in a positive way. So number 1, first thing is, before we get into, I've got a 6-step plan to get your son on the ball and enjoying the game the way he's meant to. But before that, I want to just emphasize that this goes on at all levels of the game. You know, it doesn't just go on at local level, it goes on right at the top level of the game, professionals, where they argue about not being passed the ball. I don't think any player in the world gets enough of the ball. In fact, in a 90-minute game, the stats tell us that players only are touching the ball on average for about 2 minutes. So it's a tiny percentage of the game that players are actually on the ball. So naturally, and especially for young players, they want to get on it. By the way, Bobby Charlton and George Best, 2 of the greatest players ever to play in Britain and maybe even the world, played, you know, famous for playing for Man United and scoring lots of goals and winning trophies together. But believe it or not, they didn't actually get on, and one of the reasons why, main reasons why, is that you know, George Best never passed to Bobby Charlton. So, you know, the message is your son's in good company. If he's not getting enough of the ball, then he's in good company. Okay. Having said that, there's things he can do to get on the ball more often. All right. So the first thing is to start feeling good about the amount of ball that he's getting, and to sort of break down any limiting beliefs he has about being passed the ball. So first thing you can say to a player, or a player watching this can say to himself is, what, nobody passes ever? You know, and usually the answer will be, well, yeah, you know, some people pass, and I do get the ball sometimes. So straight away you've changed it from nobody passing, you know, to you know, some people don't pass some of the time, you know, and that's pretty much the way it's always going to be. It's a little bit like, you know, someone saying nobody likes me. Well, you know, nobody ever, you know, even your mother or your best friend. Oh yeah, my mother likes me. Oh yeah, my best friend likes me. Straight away that changes it. You can't carry on saying nobody likes me, or, you know, nobody's passing, once you've established that. So that's the first thing. Break down any sort of limiting beliefs, and there might be limiting beliefs around, oh, he doesn't pass me because he doesn't like me. He doesn't pass to me because he doesn't like me. Well, how do you know? How do you know he doesn't like you? Or, you know, maybe he just didn't see you, or maybe he's just not good enough. He's not good enough to get the ball under control you know, quickly enough to pass to you in that position because he was under pressure, he was a bit flustered or whatever. That may not be the case, but it may be the case. So those are some instances there where, as a parent, you can help your son, if you're watching this, you can help your son see things in a different way. Now, telling him to see it in a different way may not work, but certainly asking certain questions which get him to think about things in a different way, you know, we'll probably have a better chance. Okay. The second thing then is to control the controllables. Get your son, or if you're a player watching this, look after your own game. Do what you can to get on the ball. So it might be as simple as, can I win the ball back myself? If nobody, or not everybody all the time is going to pass to me, which they won't, then can I win the ball back for my team and get on the ball more often through my own actions? Okay? Can I get into space better? Can I, show for the ball in a better way? That's another one. Okay? So it's about you taking control of the situation. Put yourself in the driver's seat, and be if you're not a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. The third one then is, how can you, if you can't control your teammates, which you can't, what can you do to actually influence them? Because you can influence the people around you even if you can't control them. So what can you do to make them want to pass to you? So, it may be, this is probably the biggest one. Can you become a better player? Can you become a player that they respect more? Can you become a player that they want to pass to more, that they trust with the ball? Okay? Can you become a more confident player who feels like he deserves the ball more often, instead of a victim who doesn't feel like he deserves the ball and then because of that doesn't get the ball? Can you build more rapport with your teammates? So what I mean by that is, players will pass the ball to teammates that they know, they like, and they trust. So what can you do to help your teammates get to know you better? Can you talk to them more? Can you use their names? Can you encourage them? Because that'll help them to like you. And it's not about sort of kissing anybody's bum, but it is about getting on with people and making them, like I say, want to pass to you more. What else can you do? You can give them encouragement. When you notice them doing something well or making a good pass, tell them, great pass, well done, you're working hard, keep going. If they make a mistake, doesn't matter, keep going. And then they'll get the sense that this player believes in me, so I'm going to believe in him. So that's a massive one. Okay, so moving on then, we've got one for the parents now, which is basically, if your son is not getting on the ball, as I said, it's going to be frustrating, especially if it's going on for a long time and he's getting frustrated. But you need to detach yourself from it as much as you can. You're not the one out there playing the game, so it's a case of, let him struggle. Let him struggle for a while. It's what kids would have done up until 20 years ago, day in, day out, for the whole of their lives as a child, playing football, playing with older players, trying to make their way in the game and going through all sorts of struggles without parents being anywhere near the place. So you're just there. Don't torture yourself. Just, number one, let him struggle, okay? For a bit at least. Number two, let his coach, if he's there with a coach, let his coach handle it. Trust that the coach will help him to get on the ball more. If you feel that you want to go and coach, sort of have a chat with the coach, by all means do it. Make sure you do it from a position of showing your support for the coach. Just share what you've noticed. Find out if he's noticed the same thing, that your son's not getting the ball as much as he would like, and has he got a plan? He might already have a plan in place, and he can tell you exactly what the plan is. It might be that he hasn't noticed it, you're bringing it to light, and now he can go away and put a plan in place. So either way, trust him to get on with his job and give him some time to sort it out. So that's kind of like 4 and 5. So that's, detach yourself from it emotionally and trust your coach to get on, your son's coach to get on with the job of helping him to get on the ball more often. And the last one is kind of the golden rule for passing. So, it kind of relates to this idea that you can build rapport with teammates. Number one, if you want to be able to get on the ball more and receive more passes, then make sure you're the player who's always giving the ball when your teammates is in a better position. If they're in more space or if they're closer to goal, then trust them, give them the ball, and then you'll have a much better chance of getting it back. Okay? Certainly another big thing, another massive mistake that players make is when they're not getting the ball they stop making runs. They stop moving into space. They stop calling for it because they think, what's the point? Never ever stop calling for it. Never ever stop wanting the ball. And, you know, players will hear it in your voice. They'll hear it in your voice that you know, and this goes back to the confidence thing. They'll hear it in the way you say it, that you deserve to have it, you expect to have it. You know, a lot of top players say, and coaches say, demand the ball. Demand the ball. Don't ask for it, demand the ball. And you will get it if you keep demanding it consistently. So keep making the runs, and you know, never stop moving into space and into good positions to receive the ball, because otherwise you're never going to get it anyway. So that you've given up. So that's it. That's my video for today. Let me know how it's gone putting this advice into practice. I'm always interested to see how players get on with the stuff that we give them. It's something that we work with, you know, with our players at TCSA all the time, and it still comes up. It's always going to come up. As long as players are playing the game of football, they're going to have a challenge of getting on the ball more. So let me know how it goes. Send me an email, Frankie, Frankie, at thechampionsocceracademy.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.